Well, holy shit, it seems to have happened again. We've got a new Bitcoin ETF surprise out of Thailand today. I'm going to break that down for you. Big Bitcoin ETF news beyond just Thailand, though, of course, lots of big things happening right across the crypto space, lots of exciting altcoin news, banking chaos, more GME drama. We got it. Let's go. So, let's start off today with, of course, the big story, which is that the Thailand SEC has approved its first Bitcoin ETF. It's not for retail, it's just for institutional investors. However, it's here, man. Another country just boom out of nowhere. This is insane. Are you seeing what's happening? I know what you're thinking. Oh, Lark Bush is Thailand. I know they have great beaches, but who cares if they have a Bitcoin ETF? Well, I think we should care because Thailand, the 26th biggest GDP country, $500 billion economy, not lightweight by any means when it comes to the economic picture. And you have to understand everything that's going on, the big picture right now, because it's absolutely nuts what we're seeing at the moment. Australia, first Bitcoin ETF with direct holdings officially begins trading today. Have you seen what's gone on over just the last few days? How absolutely insane this has been. In January, we got the USA. We got Hong Kong. Was that in April? Not that long ago. We're getting now Australia. We've got the UK this month. We've got Thailand now. South Korea potentially by the end of the month. We'll see what happens with that. They promised it, so we'll see what's going to come on. And of course, we already had Canada. We already had like Switzerland with ETPs, Germany with ETPs, which are basically ETFs. We had Brazil. I mean, are you seeing the big picture here? Are you seeing what's going on? Are you seeing the liquidity tsunami that's coming? And I know, just Thailand releasing Bitcoin ETFs, grand scheme of things, not the biggest deal in the universe. Oh, if it was 2017, that'd be the biggest deal in the universe. But this is 2024. This is the Bitcoin ETF year. And you don't need Thailand inflows or Australian inflows or Hong Kong inflows to match American inflows. You have to understand American inflows are already gargantuan. Look at some of these numbers here. 2.4 billion in the past month in US Bitcoin ETF inflows, 15 consecutive days. Absolute insanity. $14 billion year to date net inflow. Wild numbers. Hong Kong coming up today with $32 million in inflows. So yeah, the levels are not the same, at least not until Hong Kong onboards mainland China, the Shenzhen and Shanghai stock exchanges via their Stock Connect software, which is rumored to be happening in the not so distant future. Don't hold your breath. Could take a while, but hey, it'll happen at some point, I think. Regardless, that's an extra $32 million. And what if Australia buys $20 million? And what if Thailand buys $10 million? And Canada buys $10 million? And Brazil buys $20 million? It all adds up at a time of record low exchange balances, of minor emissions being just cut in half recently. Things are getting pretty crazy out here. It's getting pretty saucy out here in the crypto space right now. And a reminder, Bitcoin is growing faster than the freaking internet right now. Adoption soaring every day. Demand going right along with it. Of course, because the more adoption you get, the more people who want to have their hands on some Bitcoin. It's a beautiful cycle when you start to really dig into all of it. By the way, price of Bitcoin right now, you might be looking and going, man, all that stuff's been very, very exciting. Why isn't the price of Bitcoin going higher and faster? I like this cartoon here. You got the bull and the Bitcoin knocking on the 70K door, and the bull's asking, so you never go in? Nah, I was just knocking, run away. Very, very funny. Very, very funny. Of course, Bitcoin at the time of recording, gunning for 70K once again. Let's see. Of course, we did have that breakout of the triangle yesterday. New daily candle moving on out of that. 72K is our price to beat right now. Let's keep an eye and see if we can indeed take out 72K. If we take out 72K, we got clear skies until 90K with volatility, of course, obviously, as always. Hey, real quick shout out to today's sponsor, which is iTrust, guys. If you want to be trading crypto without all the tax bullshit, check out iTrust. You can bring over your existing IRA, you can roll over your 401k or whatever three-number tax plan that you have, and you can have tax-efficient crypto trading. You do 1,000 crypto trades and never once hit a taxable event. That's crazy, right? buy and sell crypto. They got all top coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, all the fun stuff. You can also buy gold and silver via their partnership with Kitco. They're the biggest crypto IRA provider. If you want to get a $100 sign up bonus, link in the description where you can check that out. Okay, so let's now talk about the latest drama with GameStop. So the Roaring Kitty character, he posted his trade, and this is pretty crazy. Apparently, E-Trade, where he's trading, is going to potentially remove him as a customer from their platform, which is pretty crazy. They got the call. E-Trade got the call saying, hey, get this guy out of here. He's screwing over a bunch of hedge funds. Powerful people are getting taken out by this dude and his bet and the people betting with him on this stock to go up in price. And of course, it's all bullshit. It's all inside baseball, isn't it? Warren Buffett, as Amit points out here, literally got permission from the SEC to not have to disclose a secret stock he was accumulating for 8 freaking months. Bears Roaring Kitty, buys the position, shows his position, did not tell anyone else, of course, to go out and buy GameStop. Of course, he's very influential. That's something to contend with. If anything, people like Bill Ackman have manipulated stocks much more aggressively, coming on to networks like CNBC and talking their books while making moves behind the scene. Pretty crazy stuff. And it's just a reminder, the game is rigged, which is why so many people love crypto, because yeah, crypto's got a lot of problems. We know, okay? But at least our problems are not these terrible Wall Street games that you see. Because when you go to Wall Street, there's rules for you, but not for them. This guy, he posts his trading positions, all that's market manipulation. Nancy Pelosi, in millions, and she's worth what, $250 million now or something on her $150,000, $200,000 a year salary. This woman has been the most, I don't know if you know the history of this. This woman has been the most incredible, most nearly infallible, most profitable trader probably in the history of the United States. It seems, I don't know, maybe that's a bit of an overstatement. There's some pretty legendary hedge fund managers, but man, for somebody whose just side gig is trading, this lady almost never misses because she has access to insider information and she does insider trading, which is completely normal. Keep it classy, America. Hey, by the way, U.S. banking system on the ropes again. FDIC warning 63 lenders on the brink of insolvency due to banks sitting on $517 billion. Oh my gosh, it's a lot of money in unrealized losses. That's a lot of cheddar, guys. Now, obviously, the Fed's going to have to step in like they have done with other banks, and they have their lending program, which is essentially a secret bailout anyway. You got to keep that in mind. That's already been there, that Fed liquidity program to allow these banks to be able to sit on these unrealized losses without having to sell and have the banks go under. But man, it's a real problem. They're brink of insolvency for these banks. It's not going anywhere, is it? They're going to be on the brink of insolvency for a long time, and the Fed may just have to nationalize them, or gosh knows what they're going to end up doing. Anyway, just a reminder why we Bitcoin. The system is broken. The system is broken. Understand that, okay? Now let's talk real quick about some altcoin madness. Polkadot's ecosystem total value locked just shy of $900 million, almost to a Billy Bill. That is nice to see. It's more than Sui, Optimism, Aptos, and Cardano. Looking good for Polkadot. Now, Polkadot TVL is, of course, spread across all of its parachains, which are kind of in themselves their own independent networks. So you got to think of it like that, but that's still pretty gosh darn cool to see the whole ecosystem totally value locked. Remember, Polkadot's a layer 0 blockchain, everything built on top of it. Like, for example, Moonbeam, that's a layer 1 competing with the likes of Solana and Ethereum and all that kind of stuff. Speaking of Solana, Jupiter Exchange surpasses Uniswap V3 in 24-hour DEX volume again. How many times does this happen? I was talking with one of my buddies yesterday, and he was saying, man, I just don't get this whole Jupiter thing. Like, this market cap's already so big and the fully diluted value is so big and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, it's like number 65 or 70, whatever, on the coin market cap. Uniswap's number 20, and it's regularly doing more volume than Uniswap. And unlike the Uniswap token, the Jupiter token actually has a use case. By the way, I have a Jupiter bag. I have bags of many different cryptocurrencies. If you'd like to see my full portfolio disclosures, as well as my venture investments, OTC deals, all that kind of stuff, you can find those notes in the description on YouTube with a pinned comment on X. Crazy stuff for the Jupiter Exchange, though. I feel like this is a massively bullish asset for this cycle. And look at this. Look at this, guys, surpassing the Uniswap V3 volume. Absolute craziness. Where Meow, the guy behind Jupiter Exchange, says June is going to be an extremely important month for Jupiter. For product, there will be major updates and launches to solve key gaps, which we will roll out incrementally over the month. For Jupe, I have an important proposal that I aim to share by the second week of June. I'll not be able to make everyone happy, but promise to address concerns as much as I can while keeping the long-term strategy fully on track. Lastly, I'll aim to get back into the SA mode and share more key ideas on where I see Jupiter and crypto at large going, so we have more alignment over the long term. It's going to be a long freaking ride towards the meta and becoming the everything exchange. And I deeply appreciate everyone who's sharing the journey together. There you go. So big things coming for Jupiter. My bags, man, they're ready. Let's go, Catman. Let's bump it. Okay. By the way, Solana saw nearly 500,000 tokens launched in the last month, which is absolute insanity. Well, it's insanity. BASE, over 500K new tokens as well issued on the BASE network since March. So a little bit of a longer time frame. Solana is moving at a higher velocity of new shitcoin token launches at the moment. But man, oh man, look at the numbers of new tokens launching in the market. And look, okay, so 1 million tokens been launched in, let's say, the past 2 or 3 months. Probably 1.5 million, let's say. Just throw a number out there. It's probably more accurate just on Solana and BASE. We're not talking about all the other networks. You see the hype that's building up. You see the insanity building up around this. And then you realize that of those 1.5 million tokens, you might know the names of a couple of them. And that 99.99999% of them are just absolute scam garbage. Needles and haystacks out here in crypto land right now, guys. Needles in haystacks. And one of those needles, I believe, could be Benji. By the way, of course, again, I invested in Benji. I'm an ambassador for Benji as well. Now, these guys have been getting a lot of attention from the Coinbase team, particularly Jesse Polak, the base key lead base developer. Anyway, these guys launched their on-chain Basenji Tamagotchi. Pretty cool. So bringing the meme community together, basically accessible to everyone, free to play, mint your own dog, keep it simple, keep it fun, pat it, play with it, feed it, all that fun kind of stuff. If you ever played a Tamagotchi game way back in the day, if you even know what the original Tamagotchi was like, I mean, goodness gracious, you're showing your age. Okay, you're getting old, man. Deal with it. Anyway, pretty cool stuff. Great to see them bringing more utility and more fun stuff to the ecosystem. It's very, very cool. And by the way, Aerodrome, we got to talk about this. Aerodrome volume explosion. Aerodrome volume soaring to new heights with more volume in the last month than in the first 7 months combined. Aero bags packed and ready to go. Huge things happening right across the BASE ecosystem, right across the crypto ecosystem. And I continue to believe that BASE and Solana are going to be two of the golden child stories of this entire crypto bull run. I could be wrong. There's lots of other things I'm invested in. I'm invested in Phantom. I'm invested in Avalanche and all kinds of other stuff and GameFi and all that kind of fun stuff. But man, when you see what's going on with Solana, you see what's going on with BASE, you see what's building up behind these ecosystems, I feel like those are the ones that are going to be like going crazy. Anyway, let me know if you agree down below in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.